Welcome to the Friday night edition of End the Simpademic. This is Jason coming at you here from East Central Minnesota, and I have a question that I actually have done some thinking about tonight that I would like to discuss with y'all, and it's this. What happens when a simp actually succeeds and gets the girl? Well, kind of ran through some episodes of this through my head that I've seen in my past with other people. I've never been, I really don't simp myself. And so, because I'm not putting these women on pedestals and worshiping the ground they walk on, I've never been in this position before. And so, I'm just going to say that this is just from my observations more than anything else. So the simpy guy gets the girl. What does he have to look forward to? Well, because he's put this woman on a pedestal and is worshiping the ground that she walks on, he's looking forward to a future of being walked all over himself. This woman is going to use him for everything that he has. He's more whipped than a can of Ready Whip, and she's just sitting there right now with the can in her hand and just going, feeding herself crazy and draining him out. Draining all the whipped cream out of him and just feeding her face. Because that's what they have to look forward to. And if you do this and you idolize or pedestal a woman, they are going to use you for everything that you have. Drain you of your resources, drain you of your attention. Basically, you're going to be left as that empty Ready Whip can that gets thrown in the trash eventually. That is the future that you have to look forward to if this simping behavior, somehow you succeed with it. You succeed in the short term, but in the long term, you are a major loser. And I have thought about some situations. I've seen a couple of guys who have landed in this position, and I'm now picturing them as empty Ready Whip cans. They're whipped, and the whipped cream is drained out of the can by the woman, and they are left broke and destitute and drained. This kind of quote-unquote success is not something to strive for. Stop putting these women above you. Remember, men, you're the prize. At least if you have any value for yourself, if you need to work on your self-esteem, do it. If you need to seek therapy for it, do it. If I have an anxiety disorder and I seek therapy for it all the time. And your mental health, I think, is very important in avoiding simping and chasing these women and giving them unwarranted attention and allowing yourself to be drained like that Ready Whip can. So it's very, very simple. Just don't do it. Keep your dignity and be a real man. And if it means you become like me and you don't even really pursue, that's great, because then men can be very happy by themselves. I don't think most women can, but I think most men can be very content on their own. I'm 52 years old. I'm a one-time divorcee. I'm quite content with my place. I was even telling everybody today, you know what? I have 1,200 square feet to myself. This is a pretty big sized place. And I have a lot of breathing room. I have a lot of comfort. I'm in a exurb of the Twin Cities, as I've mentioned before. And I am somebody who enjoys his peace. And it's a glorious, quiet life that I have. It's awesome. I don't have anybody draining me. If I started begging for women or started chasing them or started that type of thing, I would probably lose everything that I have so hard fought to gain after my traumatic brain injury 3 years ago. everything that I fought so hard to gain would be lost. And I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose the life that I have. I have a fairly, I have a pretty decent job with a national bank. I'm working on improving my performance there. Coming off of the brain injury, it's not been very easy, but I just want to secure myself and secure my long-term future more than anything else at this point. A woman who drains me like a can of Ready Whip is not going to be helpful in that cause at all. I have no desire to be whipped by any women. I have no desire to have my whipped cream can drained. And so that is what happens. So so if the simp is successful, they're really not. They win, they lose for winning. That's the most important thing I would have to say about this. Again, this is Jason. It's Friday night. Have yourselves a great weekend, everybody. If you have any other stories like this, just feel free to share them in the comments. I want to hear from some of you, and I want to exchange thoughts and ideas as well, because that's something that I enjoy doing very much. So, peace out, guys. You folks have a swell weekend.